Hey, this is Gina Grad.
Hi, this is Teresa Strasser.
Hi, everyone. This is Mike Errico.
Hey there. This is Casey Cavalier.
I'm Rocky Rose.
And you are listening to The Jay Franze Show.
Lucky you.
Welcome to The Jay Franze Show. A behind-the-curtain look at the entertainment industry with insights you can't pay for and stories you've never heard. Now, here's your host, Jay Franze.
Well, hello and welcome to the show. I am Jay Franze, and if you are new here, this is where we take a deep dive into the entertainment industry to provide you with valuable insights and entertaining stories. This week we get to talk with one of LA's most Pinktastic new bands. That's right, I actually said Pinktastic. We get to talk with Pinktastic Plastixx. We'll talk about how they get their start in Hollywood, how dreams never die, and we'll take a deep dive into their upcoming new single. Now, I met Allison, aka Rocky Rose, back in Boston over a decade ago. I actually had the pleasure of producing her first album. She was definitely a spitfire then, and it looks like nothing has changed as she's teamed up with Kitten and her fellow bandmates from Pinktastic Plastixx. They are a pop-punk band. They actually refer to themselves as Barbiecore. They hail from Hollywood. This band is nothing if not visual, so I will be sure to include lots of photos on the site. Now, if you'd like to join in, comment, or fire off any questions, please head over to jayfranze.com. Now let's get started. All right, my friends, how are you?
Great. Pinktastic.
Pinktastic. All right, well, tell me about it. How did it start?
Okay, so I've always dreamed of having a girl band. I grew up like with the Runaways, the Go-Go's, the Bangles, all those bands. And I also used to sing with my 4 older sisters. And then I just ended up going solo. They all quit one by one. They got married and settled down, and they all left. And I was solo. So I put an ad on Craigslist, and I said, from 10 to 99, I wanted all ages. I was going to go by the name Pinkadelic back then, but I changed it later. And I got some really crazy response from some dudes like, "You're too old to front a band. Give it up, grandma." And I was like, oh my God, I felt like really, it kind of hurt me. But at the same time, it made me think, watch me. So I reworded it. Let me just do all girls. Let me try that. So I did it all girls. And not one person said, "You're too old. Give it up." Nothing. They didn't say anything about the age. They're like, "Let's do this. Let's go. Let's have fun." So I was like, it actually worked. And I found these fantastic players. I didn't know it was possible.
Most of them from Instagram. Like you found me.
I found them. The first thing I did was Craigslist, but then I changed it and I found everybody on Instagram. That's how I did it.
Let's hear about the band members. Other than this crazy one to your left, who else do we have?
You can tell him. You go talk, girl.
So we have Alexa on drums. We call her Alexa the Rexa because she wrecks the kids. She's a heavy hitter. She's always breaking her Vader sticks. We have Celinda Chang on guitar, who's like my new little sis because I play keytar, which is super fun. So we get to do like all kinds of dueling guitar, keytar, split solos because we're both flexible and nutso. And we also have Aurora Celena, who actually just moved here from Arizona. So she's our newest member on bass.
I just want to tell you, I got made fun of when I played keytar.
Why? Okay, but was it the old keytar? Because like in the 80s, that shit was not sexy.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is. She makes it sexy.
Nowadays, it's got those all black keys. I customized the axe edge strip like just for Pinktastic Plastixx. So I have like my own axe edge I'll put on there just for our shows. So it's like our thing, you know.
It is pretty cool. Mine was the tiny little Yamaha version, and it was not sexy at all. I thought it was, but no. So who are some of the biggest influences?
I love the Runaways.
You mentioned the Go-Go's earlier. I'll say that was one of the first albums I ever bought on my own.
Yeah. I love the Go-Go's. Who do we love? Who do you love, Rocky?
I don't know. It's a good mix of a lot of things. I think even like Well, we love and we cover sometimes like, some modern stuff to some throwback stuff. Gosh, we do cover song terms. We go from like Jimmy Eat World to the Cranberries to Pat Benatar to kind of all over the place to Weezer, which is fun. So, our music is sort of like this pop punk rock feel that kind of embodies, I guess, a series of decades, but in sort of a new, fun way.
The span of decades probably gives that musical influences wide. But you're talking about that pop, punk, rock. You're creating your own genre. So how does that feel to be doing something like that?
Well, it's actually a style of clothing that you can search for when you're purchasing now, which is Barbiecore. So maybe we could just make our own genre of music and call it Barbiecore.
Yeah,
and it could just encompass all those things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just love that it's all stages of ages because my whole thing is, like I said, people were giving me grief because of my age, and dreams don't expire. Dreams do not expire. You could be any age and do anything you want. And if you believe it, you can achieve it, I believe. That's what happened with the band. I was like, whoa. And when we shot the music video, I seriously had a moment where I started crying because I was so happy. I know that sounds crazy, but it was just a check off that list, like your dream list. Everything I wanted to happen happened. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So tell me about it. I mean, you're older than most people would expect. So what kind of challenges are you faced with?
I don't know, because she jumps and hops around that stage like she's freaking 16 years old.
Oh, thank you.
I'm watching these videos. It's amazing.
She does it in like 7-inch platform boots. Like what? And a mini skirt. Like
I know. When I wear mine, it's nothing but trouble. I fall all over the place.
I don't feel like I'm 60. I feel like I'm 16, truthfully.
Yeah.
I'm still a kid at heart, And that's why I hang around with them because they make me feel young.
You are young.
Oh, thank you. Geminis don't really age. We're both Geminis. We have 3 Geminis in the band.
Yeah, that's nuts.
She makes me feel old.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, you do. All right. So what about your vocal range? Do you see any limitations these days?
I've always been an alto. I don't try to do the Mariah Carey. I don't do all that vocal acrobat. I'm more like a dude when I sing. Seriously, I think I'm more like a guy when I sing. I'm more like Weezer. I don't try to be anybody but me. And the way that I sing is just the way that I sing. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. Hopefully they'll love it, but we'll see.
Well, it looks like people are loving it so far, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. And plus, whatever you're singing for lead, I probably have a top harmony on, unless she's already singing high, I'm under it. And then our bass player, Aurora, also sings harmonies with us. So we're working on getting all the 3-part harmony stuff together.
I'm telling you, I'm following guys heavily. So I follow all your individual Instagrams and all of those things.
Thank you.
And just everybody's individual talent is unique and awesome at the same time. The skill level is great, and I'll give you a little credit there, Rocky, too, because of watching you do these splits and gymnastics while you're playing the keyboards is insane to me. You'd be sitting there playing, and next thing you know, you're holding your foot above your head.
I'm surprised she was laying down back on the stage. I don't know if you saw that. She went back, and I didn't even know she was back there. I could have stepped on her. I was like, oh my gosh. She goes, I would have caught you.
Is that when you hit your knees and bent all the way back?
Yeah. That one.
Oh, no. See, that's why you make me feel old, because ain't no way I'm doing that. Not happening at all.
Here's the secret. It doesn't matter what age you are. You have to stay flexible. And that doesn't just mean in the gym or stretching. It means in your attitude towards things and willingness to try new things. And I think it's important, like we're all, in a way, students for life in different aspects. So if you keep at it, you can get it. Say, if you wanted to get your splits, Jay, you could get your splits.
You could, absolutely, yeah.
I couldn't do them back then.
No,
I
you
can't
really
do
could.
them now.
She could get you to do them. I want to stage dive so badly, but I just feel like Jack Black when he jumps out on School of Rock and he just falls. That would be me. Like I'm coming, and then look, bam.
I want to see it. I want to see it so bad.
I just want to stage dive so bad. One day I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my friends, the big guys, to be in the front and just catch me.
No mini skirt.
No mini skirt on that day. Yeah.
And somehow we took a left. I love it. I want to see you stage dive. Mini skirt or
dying
not,
to
I want to
do
see you
it.
floating around there and having everybody toss you around.
You will. I know you will.
Yeah.
I already see this happening. Yeah.
I totally want to.
So let's talk about the image. How did the image come about?
Oh, that's all Kitten.
Okay, so when I decided to do the girl band, then I thought I was just getting any girls at first. But then I thought, I don't know how it happened, but I just started getting girls that kind of reminded me of the Barbie core. And I thought, okay, this is going to be a Barbie band for sure. So then it just all came to me. And then I was like, had this vision of us, even the last picture of us all together. That was like such a dream. Us in my bedroom with that heart-shaped bed. It's so Barbie, brushing hair, very just amazing. I couldn't even ask for a better band. I'm telling you right now.
So these are not sets.
Image is everything for
This
me.
is life.
This is not a set. This is not a set. This is real life.
Which is fun for me coming from someone who plays rock and metal and has an all black wardrobe closet just full of black clothes and shiny metal things to come be a part of this because, for a while, Kitten had to loan me things like pink sunglasses. And actually, these are from you. My pink,
Oh, yeah.
my pink earrings, my
They
feathers.
were a little too dark for me and a little too sheer, not my
I'll take
style. Yeah.
Well, it looks like you fit right in.
Yeah. I needed girls that would adapt and wear pink because a couple of them I got were not going to do the pink. I looked at their Instagram. They were all black, not one stitch of pink. So Aurora had on pink. Alexa had on pink.
I had zero pink,
Sally-
but you still wanted
I
me.
still grabbed her. I was like, okay, she's coming. I could convert her.
I
like
said
a religion.
As
It's
long
like a
as
religion.
as long as I could keep my teal, but maybe like also put, if you can see
Add a
pink's
little
in there.
pink.
In there.
But it still looks good. Even the teal looks good with pink. But we do pink, white, and black. That's our colors.
Which is fun, because even though like pink is the thing that ties us all together, Kitten still lets us have our own style and be who we want to be and dress the way we like. Makes it fun.
Yeah, I always say do you, and that's the most important thing. But just wear a little bit of pink. That was my whole thing in pinking the band was just a dash of pink, guys. You just got to give
Just
me
a
that.
dash.
And they're like, yeah. And then they really were really embracing it. Like I was like pink, white, and black, and they came in all pink. And that shot in the bedroom, I mean, look at that.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't plan that.
That is awesome.
That's Aurora's dress. Well, I actually planned you sort of.
But I did. I bought the matching boots.
She did. And then Celinda got that outfit on her own.
Yep.
And then, of course, I always dress Alexa. I can't help it.
Yeah, Alexa's like 6 feet tall in heels. It's
She's
great.
like a Barbie doll too. She's fun to dress. She's like a model. I used to do styling, so I have fun dressing them. Yeah.
So I assume the pink came before the band.
Oh yeah. So I've been all pink since 1980. If you look up the pinkest person in the world, I'm in the Ripley's, believe it or not.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. So on that note, you mentioned something earlier that was very unique. So can you tell us a little bit about how you came about to marry the color pink?
Yeah, so it was sort of just a joke. It was really just out of fun because everybody thinks that it's just a phase and they're like, yeah, you don't love pink. I love pink more than you. I'm like, okay, look, I love it the most. I'm going to marry it. So this little boy on a skateboard, I was walking down the street, just minding my own business with my dog. And the skateboards stop real abruptly and they make noise. It's like, bam. And I'm like, whoa. He was like maybe 10 or maybe 12. I don't know. And he goes, whoa, you like pink. And he was kind of insulting, but I thought, he goes, yeah. I go, I love it. He goes, if you like it so much, then why don't you marry it? And I said, not a bad idea, kid. And so I hope he's watching this because I married it. If you like it, then you better put a ring on it.
Yeah, right. Getting heckled by a little kid and
Yeah.
it turns into like a whole spectacle.
And then it made the world news. I was all over the world. I got married in Elvis Presley's pink Cadillac. It actually was owned by him. So I just made a big thing of it. And it took me 2 years to actually plan it. I got pink tuxedos. I had bridesmen, not bridesmaids. Yeah. Because my two best friends are guys. So yeah, it was fun.
I was looking through the pictures. I'm telling you, it was a better wedding than my own. I mean,
the cake
we planned
and
our wedding and
everything.
we
yeah.
thought we did good, but we didn't do that good.
Oh, thank you. A lot of people sponsored stuff for me, like Big Sugar did that cake. Oh my God, it's
That's what I
amazing.
call my
If you see
wife.
Big Sugar?
Big Sugar.
Big Sugar. That's so funny.
You're going to be in the doghouse now. Yeah.
You're going to be where she is, in the doghouse.
Nice.
Jennifer, I side with you, just so you know.
Sad.
Aw.
It's just also very sad. All right, so you guys played a couple big shows recently. Let's talk about the Viper Room.
Yeah, and thankfully it's still open currently because they're thinking about doing a big build up and a remodel. So yeah, we actually played Viper Room twice. And last time we just played, there was actually a German TV crew that came out and filmed us. And there's an episode of, it's called Hollywood Madness. They actually filmed us as part of this show, and they got so much footage. Oh, I can't wait to see it. That they actually are releasing an own extra episode just on us and that show at the Viper. So they were here while we were getting ready and doing some really cool shots and video. And then we actually, Kitten and I rode in the car with them, and they filmed us on the way. And then they filmed the show. So it was really, really cool. So we're looking forward to seeing that come out on German TV.
Yeah, it's like a primetime show there. It's supposed to be a big deal.
Do you know when it's going to happen?
Do you know the actual release date? The air date?
He hadn't gotten back to me, but I just said, you know what? Just do a documentary. After all that, he's like, because he didn't want to cut. I was just kidding. But yeah, no, I'm not sure. I'll post it the minute he gets back to me. I don't think he knows yet. But
When was that Viper show?
that
Was it
was
2 months ago now?
God, I have so bad memory.
I think it was about 2 months ago that we had the show and they filmed. And then they actually shortly after decided to do the separate episode on us and not us include us in the other one. So that's fun. I'm sure you'll hear me say all kinds of inappropriate things on camera. Naturally.
You?
Yeah, right.
No. I
Yeah,
can't
they call her
imagine.
Rude Girl. They go, I didn't know who they were talking about. There goes, where's Rude Girl? I'm
Yeah.
like, Rude Girl.
They called me Rude Girl, so I live up to the name.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Something to be proud of. I love it.
Ah, totally.
So what was it like playing there? I mean, all the different people that have played there in the past, and then you guys are standing on the stage. What's that like?
It's fun. So if you've never played the Viper Room stage or never been there, the stage setup is actually a rhombus. So it's this rhombus with the back corner where the drummer is, and they have a movable, half circle front where they open the curtain when you're ready. But it's funny because they actually shuffle, hike you in through the front door, which is not the side of the stairs. So if you're wearing a dress or high heels, you have to, scooch your butt up on that stage, get your gear in, and then you get everything set up real quick. It's pretty much just a line check, and then the curtain opens and it's showtime. And we had a really, really great turnout both times.
Yeah, it was awesome. For me, it was a dream come true. I have a list. I wrote out before we got the band actually together, all the places that I wanted to play. It was my visualization list. Viper Room was the first one. Whiskey was the second. Troubadour's the third. It gets down to the very bottom. It's the Hollywood Bowl. Sorry, excuse my language, but it is the Hollywood Bowl. Fonda Theater, Peppermint Club. Oh God, there's so many. And all the festivals. I want to do every single festival. The Summerfest, Beach Life Fest, the Lollapalooza, all of them. Coachella. I want to play every festival. I just want to just go big.
We got to open for the English Beat at Canyon Club in Agora, which was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
And that was a really fun one. And actually, we are playing the Whiskey coming up on
June 16th, my mom and dad's anniversary. Yeah.
Very nice. You excited for that one?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. We're opening for, the band When in Rome?
I do not.
They have that song,
no.
The Promise. Well, they had a one hit. They're like a 80s band. We're opening for them.
I should, but
You
I
probably do.
You'll know it when you hear it.
If you play the song, you're going to go, oh, yeah.
Very cool. So you're playing there. So how are you booking these shows at the moment?
I'm doing it. You're not going to believe this. And this, I don't know if I should even admit this in public. I'm booking this band on nothing, on air. We got nothing. We got photos. We're getting booked on our looks. Seriously.
So it's like extra special when you can rock up with this many females who are actually so incredibly talented and so diverse and put them on the stage. And, it's it's one of those things. I'm not going to like Me Too movement this, but you roll up with an all-girl band and sometimes sound crew or spectators or whoever's there having a drink at the bar will kind of look at you like, what's about to go? Here we go, And every time we have people stop us that just happen to be at that venue for that night, or even we're there to see another band later or something, just like, wow, you guys put on a really great show. We try to make it really fun. Kitten usually does like a pink off contest. So all of our fans that come, everyone dresses in all pink. We basically bring them up and get the crowd to vote on who dressed the pinkest. I don't know if you can see the sign behind me, but it says you are a pink starburst.
Love it. The whole room is just killer to me. And I mean, all of these rooms just are killer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the back bedroom. That was really fun. We did a little Valentine.
Oh, yeah, that's my bedroom. Yep. People don't believe this is my house. They're like, are you kidding me right now? That's they thought we were in a studio.
Also, a fun fact, that microphone is inside of a hairdryer. This is a custom microphone that Kitten had made. This is what she performs with.
It's my favorite thing ever. That's very Barbiecore.
Mm-hmm. And look, Pinkaboo even made it in that photo.
She did. She was better acting then. She's a little messed up.
She's excited. Yeah, it's not that often that she gets to be on the show. She's excited. I have to ask you about that microphone first. So, I mean, being a tech head and everything, who makes a microphone like that for you?
I can't reveal because I don't want the whole world. Every time I do something, someone copies me. I can't even explain it. I have been copied and ripped off so many times, from names to the Pink Lady of Hollywood. Someone ripped that off. So I don't reveal my source, but let me just tell you, it's a custom-made mic just for me, but I don't reveal who made it because I don't want every band in Hollywood to have one, and they will. I'm not kidding. People copied the Pink Palace. I have a shirt that I'm wearing on the video. It says, "Stop copying me."
Well, the microphone is awesome nonetheless, and it's funny.
You.
I mean, you see on stage with it. I was wondering how it was going to work going through an entire show, but you do it just great. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, I know you're in the studio putting together a recording. So let's take a little bit of a deeper dive on that for a minute. What are we recording? Let's start there.
So this will be our first single. I'm not even going to say the name of it or anything about it. But we are actually recording with a very talented friend of mine in his awesome studio. His name is Wes Guerin. He's also known as Wes Styles because he toured and played for a million acts over the years, actually including Coheed and Cambria. And he has a really awesome studio, and he runs everything through tape, an actual tape machine. You'll appreciate this.
I love it.
He's just like a total gearhead. He's been collecting forever. So, we were in the middle of doing stuff, and he's like, "Oh, hang on, let me go grab a second guitar that's maybe this special one." Or he actually bust out a pink bass.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
I had to get a lot of pictures of that.
The level of gear he has is just awesome. So shout out to Wes for making the time for us and helping us with everything. And then with that single release, we're also doing our first music video. So lots of thanks to give there to everybody who was helping us with the music video.
Oh my gosh.
So we have Andrew Ward and Jake Jacobs who filmed this. We're probably maybe doing one more section to add in there. But they spent the whole day filming with us over 2 locations and a set build and you name it.
Robert Sotelo, he does hair, makeup, and everything in between. Okay, so the stage that I had the vision for Alexa to be on a round, very mod, like the Beatles, riser. I had that vision. I wanted it very kind of 60s, 70s. And Josie and the Pussycats, sort of. She's always up on the riser. The riser that I got, because I'm bad with measurements, I got a 3-foot riser. I thought that would work with the 12-foot ceiling, but he's like, it's way too tall. We can't use it. And I kind of started crying because my dream was not coming true at this moment. So I was like, he's like, we'll just put her on this. It was like 3 inches. I'm like, she's not going to be featured. Like, I got to feature Alexa. She gets hidden in everything.
Yeah, the drummer.
It meant a lot to me. I wanted to feature her. Not only is she gorgeous, she's amazing. We got these pink drums that I rented. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God. And Robert went to Home Depot and grabbed 2-inch legs. 2 feet legs. I see, I don't even know feet from inches.
Luckily, neither does my wife.
The right. Oh my God. That was perfect.
Insert sound effect here, please. That shit's funny.
That was perfect. Oh my God. That was hilarious. Anyway, he fixed the black riser, made it white, got pink vinyl, made the logo. He did so mumuch work for us. He even paid $200 for those legs for us.
He was running, and so was your assistant, Meg.
Oh,
Big
Meg. Shout out to Meg. I've had her as a production assistant for a long time. Look at Alexa the Rexa. Awesome. Gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, I had to feature it. And so he did the logo. We just did it all. It's kind of, we're just resourceful in that fact. You got to make it work somehow.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So it all came together. And then in the end, I was all happy again.
Well, I think it captures the vibe you were going for.
I think so too. It looked perfect. I don't know if you saw the last picture of hers, but the last picture of that set, that we're all there, and it looks so perfect.
Oh, yeah, we're all standing.
It looks like a cartoon or something. It looks like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just perfect. That's our jackets.
So we have
I
custom
love the
varsity
jackets, by the way. I
jackets.
love it.
With our names on the back.
And our name and Pinktastic Plastixx on the front. Okay, go to the next one. That just looks so amazing to me.
Super fun. Yeah. So we have Celinda, we have Sally on the far left, and then me and Kitten, and we have Aurora, our bass player, and obviously we got that drummer throwing the sticks in the back, Alexa.
Yeah. That's such a great visual, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's awesome. I think it captures that 60s vibe you were shooting for.
Yeah, and I wore thigh-high boots, and I didn't fall and make my face bleed. So I feel like it was a successful day.
No, I could never have worn
Just
those.
the fact that you have them is awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't have worn those.
How heavy is that keytar?
It's heavier than you want it to be. The main issue is that the butt of it is a little further than you want it to be. So there's like a guitar. I play guitar. So, a guitar, the way it sits on the body, it feels a little more centered, the weight distribution of it. With the keytar, I have to be careful because even in that shoot, I was I was on Sally's side playing guitar, and I'm taking her out with the corner of the keytar,
That point almost hit me once. That point.
Well,
Okay.
It's better than a headstock, though.
That's true. I carried that thing. There's no way. I'm weak. I'm not like Alexa and her are really strong, apparently. Because I could not have played that. I'm like, this is heavy. She's like,
but
no, it's not. I'm like,
if you think that keytar, so I use all Get 'em straps because I'm endorsed by amazing Get 'em. Shout out Virginia Castro because you're amazing. Got to get a pink strap though. That's the next endeavor. I really like her straps, and the one I use usually is a little extra padded, and then I use a wireless rig. So it's not like I have to worry about stepping on cables when I decide to do a high kick. Also, so the hardest thing to do with the keytar is to do the one-legged leg hold while holding it. I can only do it on one side. I learned that the hard way.
I have you doing that on Pink is Punk. We have a song. We do mostly all original. That's what we do, all original. But we have 2 covers right now. But we do the song Pink is Punk. And she did it on the stage. And you're so I love that video. You did it the first time, and you're like,
I almost fell.
She almost ate it, but then she did it. She did it, and everybody clapped. You hear everybody clap?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They were just glad I didn't fall off the stage. Me too.
I'm looking for the leg up, but I think that was in a video.
It's in a video from the Pinktastic Plastixx. I posted it.
I'm way behind on posting all the good content, but I have quite the stockpile working on it.
Oh, good.
Well, it's insane to me. I mean, I'm pulling this up. Just I watch all the clips and stuff you have up.
Well, thank you for doing that. Oh yeah, isn't that stunning?
Our guitarist took these photos. Sally,
we were just hanging out behind the scenes, waiting for them to do the lighting, and there was the white background, and that's when she did those.
Well, it's awesome.
Amazing.
She did a great job.
Yeah,
I mean,
beautiful.
And the black keys again, awesome. And don't you have a keyboard that has reverse keys?
Yeah, well, when I'm doing a double rack, like my usual Nord Roland getup, my bottom one is actually teal and gray, and then the top one kind of has a reversal because it's a sticker print sort of thing. It's actually made by a fretboard company called Neck Illusions, and they kind of did a limited release for keyboards, so it just gives a little bit more grip on semi-weighted keys because we all know those feel like a toy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, I think when people see the image of all pink and they see all girls come in, they don't expect it to be backed up by talent. And watching each individual one of you play is awesome. And I mean, I've played keyboards my whole life, and my brain knows exactly what it's supposed to do, but my fingers just don't follow through. So I watch you play, and you're playing that keytar, and you're playing like guitar solos and stuff. I mean, it's amazing.
I don't even know what is the guitar and what's her. I'm doing over here at Sally thinking she's playing that part, and she's like, not me. And then I go over to you, and you're like, not. Like you did a face like, it's her.
The one time she like went over to be like, yeah, solo, and I was like, it's
Not me.
Sally, go
Not mine.
So they had to write. They wrote it on the list who's doing solo because I couldn't tell, and neither could the German TV crew. They're filming Celinda, and she's playing. They were filming her the whole time, thinking it was her.
Which is cool because usually with the wireless, I actually run the keytar like through a Marshall amp stack or something like that. So I treat it like a guitar. Yeah.
I wanted to pull that one picture up, this one right here, but it's a video, so you won't see that still there. But
yeah.
that's just an awesome shot right there.
Yeah, Don took that shot.
Is that the
of
one in
Mark
the,
D photos?
Oh yeah, I love that one. Yeah, that's a great pick.
Yeah, my latex onesie. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yes,
Oh
please.
yeah,
Okay.
that's so Barbie.
Great decision of mine to purchase a latex onesie. It is so much hotter than you ever want it to be, and it's somehow lined with this like almost fuzzy white
Felt
some kind of
Yeah,
felty
it's-
lining thing.
Makes you don't so you want you sweat, but it's supposed to absorb it.
It doesn't absorb anything. And then only a woman who Jay, we'll go here. It's fine. You're used to me. This is going to be all over the internet. It's going to haunt my ass one day. So if you're a woman and you've been in the water and you had a fart in your bikini, yeah, okay, yeah. So you're in the pool, you farted in your bikini. It kind of
It's a
gets like
bubble.
stuck for a second. There's a little bubble there.
I'm going to go over here for a minute.
100%. That is the weirdest little latex onesie thing ever. So somehow I managed to make it through that whole show opening for the English beat in it. And then I just went straight outside because it was cold that night.
It was. So your sweat turns to ice.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah.
At that point.
The bubble traveled up
fun.
your back.
No, you gotta like work it
Smush
out,
it.
Like, it's not actually a fart. I promise it's not.
But it looks like a bubble, like a little,
Yeah, it's like from moving. It's like you get a bubble trapped inside the latex and you gotta like
Just
move
like-
it out. It's like when
yeah.
you put a phone cover on your phone and you're like, oh no, the bubble.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what it's like. Yep. No, sit down.
So funny.
All right. Is anybody
It's like,
still
on that
listening?
note.
All right. We go back to the image and the music. Can you tell me, Rocky, a little bit about your musical background?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you watch my other special where I say heinous things about everything. So I went to Berklee College of Music, which is actually how I met you, Jay, because
My
you did
hometown.
my very first album.
Wow.
Yeah, we go way back. And I wasn't quite ready to move to LA. I thought this wasn't the place for me, and I wanted a little more education. So I did my master's at the Royal College of Music in London.
Wow.
And I now teach a master's degree in film composition and orchestration for a British school. Yeah, super music nerd dork. And then I moved back to Ohio very briefly and then realized that I could pack everything into my car and leave that state. So I did. And I moved out to LA quite a few years ago now. Not too many. And
How many?
It's been awesome. Actually, I've been here for 10 years.
Oh wow. Wow.
Wow. And you belong in LA.
You totally do.
Yeah.
You're an LA
Yeah.
girl. So I mean, I knew you had to. I mean, I knew I had to be out here for things to happen. Nothing was happening in Houston, Texas. When I came out to LA, everything happened for me. I was walking down the street and my dog got cast off the street for a Walt Disney film. I mean, I've never had so much stuff happen for me. And it never would have happened in Houston, Texas. I mean, nothing against Houston. I love it, but it was not the place to be for entertainment. You got to go where it is.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about that all the time, that you have to go to where the environment you want to be in, you have to actually be there.
Which is why we're so excited that Aurora just moved here from Arizona.
And it happened fast. I thought, she's like, I'm moving. I'm like, yeah, let's just see. Yeah, but I came out here and I just knew everything took off. I was like, this is where I need to be.
So tell me about Disney.
Oh, so it was a Walt Disney film called Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2. I was walking down the street with my dog, the other dog I had, Miss Kisses. She's pink too. I use beet juice to color their fur. She doesn't look that pink right now, but so I'm walking down the street, and this guy in a very nice car, like a very beautiful car. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was gorgeous. And he rolls the window down and he goes, "Are you the Pink Lady of Hollywood?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I think I have a movie that you'd be great for." I stopped traffic. I had one business card left because I was broke. And I was like, ran it over and I said, "Here." I was so glad I had it with me. 3 days later, I'm sitting on the set of Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2 with my dog. We had 3 days on the set. We did a lot of things, but we only got a few little minutes in there. But still, it was fun and exciting, and I got good money.
Well, it's one of those things, like you said, that's just not going to happen if you're down the street in Texas, but walking down the street in LA.
Yeah.
All right. What are you hoping that the audience gets out of your shows?
Okay, so here's a short story. So one of our songs is called Cleavage Tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
So I make an announcement in a microphone, which no one should ever give me. And I say, does anyone here have a cleavage tattoo? It's very rare, or very rare that someone would admit it and like go to show it, right?
Yeah.
So I say, who wants one? And the first person to come on up, I take a pink Sharpie and I sign right there for him.
Yeah.
And actually this last time, the girl who volunteered, because the first time was definitely a dude. So the girl who volunteered this last show, she's actually a dancer and choreographer. And she stopped me after the show. And she said, "I just want to tell you that this was such an inspiring show to see such an eclectic group of women. Really, you sound great, you look great, and it's inspiring to see it all come together for what really is, quite a spectacle of a show." Here we go. Because we want to entertain, and we also want to rock out and be a bad self, because that's what it's all about on a stage, right?
And those photos, I wanted us to look really pretty and beautiful, but rock out. Like they think we're something, and then we just kill it. That's what I wanted.
They see you come on stage. I don't think they're expecting the show, but the music, and I don't think they're expecting it to be as powerful as it actually is.
Thank you that we were doing our job.
Oh yeah, wild times.
Yeah, I think I'm stunned. I'm so happy. I'm like, look.
It's awesome. You guys do a great job. So, we're talking about the show probably more often than we're talking about the music, but when you're putting your music together, what is your goal? Do you have a vision in your head?
Yeah, it's interesting because everybody comes from such a different background of the music they know and love and play. So, I think Alexa really loves kind of like
funky
rock metal.
Oh, yeah. That's Alexa? Oh, Alexa. Sorry, I was thinking of Aurora. I get them always mixed up.
And Aurora, our drummer loves Slipknot.
Yeah.
And then, but unusual, right?
I grew up 70s and 80s.
And then our bass player, Aurora, really loves disco funky stuff.
Well, being a bass player, I could see that.
Celly loves more of the punk rock stuff. And then I think I'm just used to playing everything.
I'm the 70s baby. I love those old, I love Bowie and The Doors and 80s. I love all that. I love Culture Club and Eurythmics growing up. That was my two bands. We found the right tribe, the right vibe is what we found. I was looking for, like I say, the right vibe, the right tribe. And I found it, I think, with them because they all kind of get what we're doing. They kind of get what we're trying to achieve. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love these people. They're always busting on me.
So suddenly this show has turned into how to roast Jay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
They're roasting you now.
Yeah, the story of my life. All right, so what's been the most memorable part so far?
I would say getting in the studio to record the single with Wes and being able to do the music video shoot. A lot of people talk, but they don't walk the walk, or there's never follow through on stuff. And Kitten's really good about organizing everything, and she's just got a great team of creative people helping out, and it's everything's constantly moving. It never feels like there's like this, we don't have a show until whenever and it'll be stagnant. Well, okay, we don't have a show until the end of April, so let's record the single and the music video.
Let's do everything,
which is what we're doing.
Yeah. No, that's true. I agree with you, what you just said. It is. It's going to be so great when I finally have something to show people. I'm just like saying, look, I think what they're doing is they're looking at all of us individually, and they're looking at my past old music videos, which are good. I mean, they're great, and they can see that I can sing. I'm not just like, So I think that's how we're actually getting stuff. I'm just happy. I'm tickled pink.
I love it. So is the chemistry the same when you guys aren't performing?
Yeah, we all hang out.
Yeah, totally.
Very often.
We
all
all
text each other all the time.
Alexa texts me the most. Me and Alexa's always like at 2 a.m. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, so like we all text each other. I love all of them.
Yeah, it's
all
good.
Great.
It's it's not just the day of show band. It's friends outside of it, which
is awesome, right?
Like even Aurora stopped over my place after the music video shoot, and she ended up having to park far in a guest area because it was like prime time. So I went to walk her up because she had her bass with her and stuff, and she kind of drove me back down to go walk back, and I went to get out of the car, and she like grabs me, and I'm like, oh, she's like, there's a coyote. She's like, don't open the door.
Seriously?
Yeah, she's super sweet. But yeah, we have some crazy mad coyotes out here. And now that they killed P22, our mountain lion, the coyotes are taking like full reign of the area on back of the Hollywood Hills. So yeah, I'm glad she saved me from the hungry coyote.
Well, don't you go hiking there?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I trail run like quite often, but usually I would just sing out loud because I always knew we had the resident mountain lion. If you make enough noise, it's not going to bother you. But like now I'm concerned about the coyotes because they're brazen. Like they about face you and they like come towards you and you're like, no, I have nothing.
Just me.
So you just said you sing out loud to scare people away.
Animals, at least.
Yeah. I mean, some humans are animals. So yeah.
I'm right here. That's what my wife says every night. All right. You mentioned Wes in his studio, and I just want to ask you, is it a commercial studio or is it a private studio?
Private studio.
So when you go in there, are you guys able to set up and perform as a band, or are you guys doing things in a more overdub fashion?
Both. So he actually it's a converted house that he's been working on all this for years to get all his gear and stuff in that. I mean, he's got like a baby grand piano when you walk in next to the tape machine that everything runs through. And he actually does have a fully soundproofed live room, a converted garage actually, that has like feet of hush board and silencer. It's no longer a garage. That garage door ain't never going to open. And he's got everything wired to have a control room upstairs. Yeah, I mean, you can just see like the racks of vintage keyboards sitting back there. He really does have some great gear, and he likes to record in the real way, where you play it and you don't just program it.
Right. So, did you use your own gear or did you use his?
Both, actually. He kept bringing in new guitars and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
He kept like bringing in 5 different guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did you try any of that rack there?
I didn't. Mostly because the song we're working on right now is a very specific keytar sound that I play live with on it.
That's very cool. All right, my friends. Well, we have this thing here we called Unsung Heroes, where we try to shine a spotlight on somebody who's usually not up front and maybe supporting you in the back. Is there anybody that you'd like to shine a little light on?
I definitely want to shine a light on Robert Sotelo. I never mention him, and he has done my hair and makeup for years. He's a dear friend, and he was so great on set with us. He's the one that bought those legs. He bought us extra time because we ran out. We were running late in one of the sets, and he said, "No, I got it." He covered it. He's an angel. I love him so much.
He's done hair and makeup for a lot of big things over the years.
Bette Miller, or you name it, he's done it.
Yeah. So
I mean,
to have him around,
Kelly Kidd, my best friend, who's also. We've written our own songs, but he's also written some songs for us. And he's my best friend. Who do you want to shout out? Your friend
Oh,
Kelly?
my Kelly.
Your friend
I
Kelly?
always shout out my friend Kelly. The long story short is
We have Kelly. We both have our
we
Kellys.
both have our Kellys. They're spelled different, but it's basically the same. Yeah, Kelly is one of my best friends and pro photographer that I actually met at my engagement shoot that I didn't know was happening. When Mike proposed to me in Yosemite, overhanging Yosemite Valley on a cliff, that time, Kelly was the one who was there. So I met her for the first time that day. I was like literally hanging off a cliff, like looking at death. And then I got engaged right then. So she captured it all. And
Wow.
we've been best friends ever since. So she even tags along when I have my Vegas gigs.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we,
it looked fun last time.
yeah, we did like a photo shoot in Red Rocks Canyon. And yeah, she's my ride or die.
All right, my friends. Do you have any final words you'd like to leave us with?
I always say, think pink.
And remember that dreams don't expire.
Yes, that's our motto for this band. Dreams don't expire.
Now, I hope you enjoyed this conversation as much as I did. They are truly inspiring, and they are proof that dreams never die. Now, I hope you'll join me in giving a big thanks to Pinktastic Plastixx for joining us this week. And as always, thank you for taking the time to hang with me here. I really do appreciate it. Now, if you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. You can do just that and find the links to everything mentioned in this episode over at jayfranze.com/episode 8. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you next week.
Thanks for listening to The Jay Franze Show. Make sure you visit us at jayfranze.com. Follow, connect, and say hello. This episode has been brought to you by VR Knives, your source for 100% custom knives made by a true rock star. So, if you're in the market for a new piece of art, reach out to VR Knives. 407-421-5528. 407-421-5528.